We are the land up north, and we're talking about. So we will be talking about Cavs, Browns, Indians. So let's talk about Indians first. We were just talking about. Should we talk about how you really feel
Or try to stay
about our
optimistic.
Christmas present?
I hadn't been that mad about the trade for the Indians in a long time when I found out about Jimenez. And then when Naylor hit, it was just double. It was a gut punch. I mean, we get so close. We've had those guys who've been like the core of the team. That was just strange. I couldn't really make, I don't know. I like to make those sports comparisons. There's really no comparison I had for trading these guys that the whole city likes. A lot of people like.
I don't know anything about the Indians, so I'm just here.
He's just here so he doesn't get fined.
Yeah.
Marshall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was a gut punch, for sure. Especially after the season we had. I mean, who could say anything bad about that season?
Well, everyone had us under 80 wins.
You were talking
70
about
wins.
trade comparisons. The only thing I would think of is Kyrie when he wanted to trade. How devastating that felt to me.
Yeah, that's true. Loved Kyrie, and I still love Kyrie, but yeah, it's a good call.
Yeah.
When he said he wanted out was wow, what?
Yeah.
But I
don't even want to talk about any gut punches that could be coming. Browns fans.
It's Cleveland, so, I mean, there's a 98% chance it's happening.
Well, and the Indians have done this how many times? We've had thing they talked about that was Philadelphia. The Phillies gave him a big contract, and he necessarily didn't want to leave, but Cleveland didn't give him the contract. And the MLB Players Association was hey man, you need to set the tone for the rest of the league. Take this contract because other guys won't get that opportunity if you don't. So that was pretty interesting, and here I've heard him talk about it before, but yeah, that's just... But keeping Bieber was nice.
Don't trade any of the Cavs. We don't need to trade.
No, our team is very good right now.
Yeah.
We all know how to play good together, so...
Yeah.
And there's no attitudes on the teams.
No.
It's like Jared Allen said, we're playing ethical basketball. Did you guys hear about that?
No.
He said we're playing ethical basketball, and then someone asked him to clarify, and he was like, that's farm-raised basketball, and everybody's like, what?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is great.
It's definitely a good locker room.
What position do you even think, if we were to trade?
We would need a small forward, I think.
Okay. Because, it's tough for me to but I kind of agree.
That's really the only position, if we want a better starting five, that's the only really position we need, because we don't even really need a three right now.
Yeah.
That's top guy in the league, because we have so many other players that can play that position. We have a Coro, Strus, Dean Wade.
Mm-hmm.
Those are just three off the top of my head.
Yeah, we've started all three of them. Karras has started. I mean, we've gone with a couple different people, 4 or 5 different people. Yeah, at the small forward.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like we need another big, especially if something were to happen with Allen or
a rim protecting big. You
Probably.
mean? Because Dean Wade is he's a big guy, but he's not Jared Allen type big guy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Although we found out that he's probably around the same height.
Yeah, 6'9".
I taped that earlier as well.
Good.
So.
Yeah, I wonder how many people think Jared Allen is 6'9".
How tall
I thought he was 7
do you think Jared Allen is?
Yeah.
And then I was playing 2K and I was like, he's 6'9"?
Yeah.
Maybe it is the fro.
I think it is. And it's his arms. He's got long ass arms too.
Alarms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really hope. Okay, rewind. I think other NBA teams are calling the Cavs about a lot of our reserves because we have such a deep team, and I'm sure a team's looking at our 10 or 11 guy and going, he could be our 6 or 7.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping Kobe Altman or someone doesn't go, I'll take that second round pick or I'll take this for someone, because I kind of don't want that to happen because exactly I want to keep that chemistry.
Yeah.
And that's just important. And any sport, but especially basketball.
Yeah.
You just need that chemistry with that group, you know, that
Yeah.
energy.
Well, look at what happened to the Browns this year. I don't think the chemistry was the same as last year.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and that's a good segue.
Yeah.
She
Take
did
it
the
right into the
segue. She
Browns.
did it. Nice segue.
Thank you.
Snap, snap.
Oh, hello. Things are falling off
And
the
now
wall.
a Browns hat.
Browns
Oh,
bitches hat.
That is such a bad
snap.
omen.
Another segue.
What?
Well, they already
segue?
came crashing down, so.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
This season for me was the most disappointing Brown season I can remember.
Yeah.
Even more than the 1-15, the 0-16, the
Yeah.
3-13, because we had the most talented. How many people said the most talented Browns roster you ever seen?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One of if not the most in the NFL this year.
Yeah.
And then to have this season is like,
It's embarrassing.
Well, it was embarrassing as a fan. Seeing other fans and how they treated players on our team, and you know that has to mess with the locker room. So it was sad. And I'd never not be a Browns fan, but at that time I was like, I don't want to be lumped in with these people.
Well, the stuff they said about Chubb, like weren't they like open to trading Chubb or something? The front office said about Chubb was like, if he doesn't come back, that's fine, or it was something along those lines that really was like, why would you say that about Chubb? He's
Yeah.
like our best player.
Yeah.
yeah, dude, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like I forget that Chubb broke his ankle or right foot.
I thought it was, oh yeah, you mean in
Foot.
college?
No,
No, just in the, what was it, week
that's why he hadn't played in the last couple weeks.
Oh,
14,
shit.
15?
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
So,
like,
like-
no one knew during the game, and after the game it came out.
He had a broken foot.
Yeah, it was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
That's
We
cool.
can't
So-
win.
I forgot about that. Like, we might not even have Chubb next year.
Yeah.
Dude,
So then do you use some of the picks we have coming up?
yeah, we're like fucking. We like
We
top-
need a lot of you, like, we need a lot.
Give me one of the Ohio State running backs.
I'll take the
give
Ohio
me the
State
Clemson running back.
linebacker, defensive end, Sawyer. I like him.
But silver lining this year, best player on the team, yet again, special temer, Corey
Corey. Number 13.
Bojorquez. How does he not make the Pro Bowl?
Because he's,
He had like an 85-yard punt this year and like averaged 50 yards
Yeah.
a punt or 49 or something. And how many he kicked the ball for more touchdowns, like 5 times the amount of touchdowns we had this year. How is he not I don't understand that. When I saw our like things, I was like, Corey had to be a Pro Bowler.
yeah.
How did
No,
we not get the
I
Pro
know.
Bowl punter? Corey got robbed here. I don't even know who the punter is for the Pro Bowl, but he got robbed.
He just bring
And-
back Pat McAfee to be the punter for no reason.
McAfee was found, passed out in a canal?
That definitely sounds like a Pat McAfee story.
Did you guys never hear about that?
No.
When he was for a kicker for Indy?
Oh, I thought you meant recently. Yeah, I've heard about that.
No, this was years
There's a
ago.
bunch of stories like that.
The owner of the Colts had to like come get him out of jail or something. He was partying a little too much to drink, and they found him like shirtless.
Oh,
in
Yeah.
does
the
that
canal.
happen to people?
Oh, yeah, maybe in our family. It's something.
And yeah, moving on.
But that reminds me, do you think we should have got a new special teams coach? Because I personally do. Not that I don't think that. I wanted Bubba Ventrone to play. I thought, okay, he's gonna bring some shit like, what's his name? Daryl. I heard Daryl Ryder was talking about the kind of similar thing where he was like, I thought he was gonna be pretty revolutionary, and we haven't seen anything, and I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
He was talking all this stuff up, and
No, on special teams, when your kicker is missing, how many field goals this season? I mean, in one game we left at least 9, 10 on the board.
Oh.
9 because there was an extra point he missed. I don't think it was another field goal. It was either 3 or 4.
Yeah, he missed
In one
quite
game.
a few. Oh, yeah, in that one game. Yeah, that was 3 in the. Oh, God, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
But it was
Denver. Was it the Denver game? He missed a couple,
I don't remember.
and it was. I know
There
it
was a bunch
Denver.
of-
He missed a couple.
That's why the last game we were like, who's our kicker?
Yeah. Well, and we got to the point with those returns where we were clapping for a 10-yard return,
I
and
know.
we only had how many?
Yeah.
You know what? I can't even remember. Crochet maybe had a long
Wait,
one.
and dropped,
Maybe
fumbled
Ford
one.
had a couple. Yeah, that was what's his name?
That's special teams.
We bring in Tony. Cardarius.
Dude, the amount
Yeah.
of flags we got on, kind of like off topic. The amount of flags we got this year
Yeah.
was like almost
Uh-huh.
every fucking play we got a flag.
Yeah.
Like every time we did
Something really good would happen.
we get like 40 yards and be like, oh no, there was holding actually. Sorry.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A
Or-
great catch
or-
and be like, offensive pass interference. Sorry.
Not lining up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the illegal formation penalties
Yeah.
were killing me all year.
Especially in the NFL.
We get like 5
Yeah.
of them. Another team, I know they're doing, like, had been doing similar things, and
Yeah.
they're not getting one. Come on,
Yeah.
come on,
Come on, Shelly.
come on, Chili.
The holding calls, though, I
Miles.
literally was gonna jump out of the freaking literally
We're gonna make a episode. We'll go through and
right
Count.
here holding
yeah,
each game.
and see
On
how
it,
many
Miles
sacks he
and-
should have had.
Oh my God, Yeah.
We should do that with him and like T.J. Watt
yeah.
and see like.
Who gets held more?
Uh-huh.
Who makes it through more?
Well,
Yeah.
Miles
Well, we know
has,
it's Miles.
Miles has the most double team percentage in the
Yeah.
NFL.
Yep.
Have you guys seen the JJ Watt was in this like skit thing where he goes to do this commercial with this like AutoZone company or something like that, and Shane Gillis walks out and he's like, "Oh, it's a little baby JJ Watt," and he's like starts making fun of him. He's like, JJ's kind of a loser, but TJ, he was the man, and like JJ Watt like goes up to him, he's like, he like flinches at him, and Shane goes like, and walks off. It's pretty funny.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
It sucks that the Steelers guy's name is TJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Hey, there's Hilton that have been on
Yeah.
2 of the AFC North teams that, and his name's Mike Hilton, the same as my husband. Thank you.
Yeah.
So now we
So-
can never get a Hilton jersey.
Did you see who we interviewed for the OC? From our own staff is it Tommy Reese, the tight end.
Tight end coach.
Yeah, he used to be Notre Dame's
Mhm.
quarterback,
Oh,
and then he was where was he last year? I think he was at college OC somewhere. But yeah, I like him. People were saying that he had 2 interviews at North Carolina where Belichick got the job for the head coaching position.
Hmm.
So this is like one of those.
that's good.
He seems to be one of the hot up and coming coaches. And I wonder if Kevin.
Saw something in him.
Yeah, he's already had a year with him.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. Give him the offensive coordinator position. I don't know whether he's going to call the plays or not, but promote him. Internal staff promotion. Keep kind of the same thing, but you're going to get a different voice. And shit, wherever he's kind of gone, the Reese guy, the offensive has flourished.
Yeah.
And so could be something there.
Yeah.
And the tight ends, all of our tight ends make good plays this year.
Yeah.
And Njoku wasn't really on the field, but every time any tight end was
Yeah.
on, Akins
They didn't.
and
I don't think they utilized them
Whitehead.
enough.
Yeah, I mean, our tight ends seem
Especially
to be.
with Watson when he
locked
was
in.
playing, not being able to throw it far down the field. Really.
Mhm. Dude.
That's a whole nother can of worms.
We
Yeah.
should just say it. We
Why put him in?
should not
Week
have
one.
played him. If
That
who,
is
who made the
that
decision?
shoulder. I can't even say it.
Shoulder.
Shoulder injury.
Who makes that decision?
Should be
Who is seen
The-
that in practice? My quarterback can't throw it 35 yards down the field. Maybe we should put in someone else that can until this man is healthy.
Well, did they have him playing in like actual scrimmages, or did they have him like just
No.
throwing to guys at 35
just throwing
yards?
the guys
See,
in practice
but
where
that's
you're
the-
not going
That you won't
deep.
be able to tell he can't throw it in a game if he's just doing that stuff.
I'm sure, yes, but I'm sure they had to have had other at least a 7-on-7,
Yeah.
a 5-on, DBs, wideouts, some sort of live action.
Yeah.
You would hope.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, who knows? Maybe they didn't. Because what was that quote over the offseason I heard all the time was Winston, and he was like talking about he prepares mentally like Tom Brady, like so good. And I'm like, well, yeah, anyone can prepare mentally like Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Can you go fucking do it?
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
you go play like Tom Brady.
okay, like. So,
Yeah.
what the fuck are we talking about?
I don't know. I changed the subject. Sorry. The squirrel.
Oh no, I said that as like how we do. Tickle my throat, jeez.
So all we can do right now, though, as Browns fans, is speculate and wait and hope. I don't.
Who
I think-
where would you, what would you guys like to see? A young quarterback, veteran QB, Winston.
I would like to see both.
I'd like to
Okay.
see us bring
No
in-
Winston, no DTR.
Okay.
We're gonna have to keep Watson on IR or something like that for the season, and maybe get some of the money back. And
Yeah, that was interesting. You brought up. I want to look into that.
yeah, and
Not
then
the money.
because you can't trade him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, we
his
can't
worth
trade him.
went
Who the
way
fuck's
down.
gonna-
but we do that for the season and get a new. I mean, go with a veteran and try and get. We have a pick.
Yeah.
Why not get a quarterback that's going to mesh well with that veteran quarterback?
That's what I was gonna say. You get-
Because we know how well throwing a 21-year-old into you have to lead and run the team
yeah.
rarely works.
That rarely works here, but that's been working.
So-
Washington,
yeah.
Houston.
yeah, but that's new, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like,
It is. It's very hit and miss.
mm,
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, get a young quarterback and let him learn from a veteran for maybe a year,
yeah,
and then let him go.
yeah,
Mhm. I kind of like that too. I don't.
yeah,
I mean, he doesn't.
See,
If
why
he's
not?
a young guy, he doesn't have to play right away.
yeah.
Take a year to learn.
Yeah.
I mean,
And maybe
you're getting
maybe
paid
he's
still.
good enough to play. And I'm sorry, but I even think a veteran quarterback's going to be like, if he's that good, he's that
Well,
good.
that's what I was
You
going. You gotta
know?
get the right type of veteran quarterback.
Right.
That's okay.
And
with-
but not go behind his back and get a pick after
You
you,
know
just sign
what?
him.
Who we did that with? Baker Mayfield.
That's what I was kinda- that's what I was kinda-
we drafted
yeah.
number overall. We had Tyrod Taylor.
Mhm.
Tyrod Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's like, we're going in. And hey, I was there. I was like, all right, Tyrod, let's go. But
Yeah.
then, Hugh
Yeah.
Jackson kept putting started Baker at the third string. He started Baker as third string. And Baker worked his way up
Yeah.
and said, I'm the best quarterback in the room. So yeah, whoever that is, and
Yeah.
and I don't see
Right.
if you draft someone at 2, if they're that guy, they should do that.
Yeah.
And if they're not ready, that's okay.
Yeah.
You give them that year, and maybe even halfway through the year, whatever.
Yeah.
Odds are they're going to play if they're the backup. So
I mean,
Yeah.
we shouldn't really focus on winning right now.
No,
Well,
but we
that's-
still do have a
that's
lot
what
of.
Miles Garrett said, though. If we want to keep Miles, we got to focus on
Oh,
winning right now.
fucking-
We need to.
I mean,
Yeah.
who else do we have? You know,
Well, we don't. We have to do something with quarterback.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
I'm
Yeah,
so,
I got
I
you.
mean,
Well, they're saying that.
I mean,
oh,
and if we
oh,
lose
the
Nick Chubb
draft?
too because of what we're saying.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's
yeah, but we have other.
Denzel, Miles Garrett, Chubb.
Mhm.
Oh, I was talking about offense.
Those are probably our. Oh yeah,
because
on
I know
offense.
I love our defense.
Yeah.
Offense.
We have
It's
Njoku.
Judy and then Njoku.
Yeah, Judy.
And Tillman showed a little,
Moore.
but he couldn't get healthy. Moore's going.
Maybe
gone.
trade more.
I think it'd be great, but we'll probably
Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
release or whatever. I don't think he's. I don't know the contract there, but I can't imagine it's very. I think they could either release him, but I necessarily don't think he's
But
been
them, our
bad.
O-line.
Like, I really, we gotta fix that. I mean, we might even trade Teller.
We need linebackers, I
Yeah.
think, for sure.
O-lineman.
Yeah. So I mean, okay, we're targeting quarterback. We're targeting O-line, linebackers. Could always use another defensive
Yeah.
line. I mean,
Yeah.
we need Miles. If we're gonna keep
Sawyer?
Miles Garrett, we need to give him an end. I mean,
Yeah.
if we don't take a quarterback, a lot of people like that Penn State defender, and I haven't watched much of him, but
I
He's
haven't
con-
watched him at all.
so Penn State does like the thing where they have like each number represents like a player,
Yeah.
and their like best player on defense gets number 11.
Mhm.
Same number Micah Parsons wears.
Mhm.
This guy's name is Abdul Carter, and he's fucking good.
Yeah.
He's like a end linebacker guy.
Mhm.
Quick, gets off the ball, lots of QB pressures. I've heard some people say that too. Like if we don't want to go QB at 2, you trade back. Take this card. Try to take Carter. Who knows? You might end up not getting him, but we could get a couple more picks. So that's kind of an option if you like. Okay, you maybe take Quinn Ewers or the Will Howard in the second round. Go a quarterback in the second round. And we have 2 first-round picks. I think that could be interesting. It's like a whole draft day scenario, but
Yeah.
it could kind of work out if you like a guy.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing. But
Yeah.
here we are again. I love draft talk.
Yeah.
It's the best Cleveland.
Well, I mean, we always are in the draft, so.
Yeah.
always
Usually,
top
how
fucking
many
10.
first
Just joking.
picks have we had? At least it's not first this year, okay? No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Well, don't we have like
we're
the highest odds? Or
No.
did they already do that? But
Yeah.
No, it's already set.
Oh, okay.
We have the second pick.
oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
not bad. I mean, that's
Um,
really good.
Tennessee is in front of us. Then it's us. No.
I
we
thought
have
we
the
had
second
third.
I
pick.
think we're.
Maybe you're right, Luke.
I
Maybe
thought we had the
it's
third pick.
I don't know. We
Wasn't
should
it like
look it up.
Tennessee? I don't know. I have no idea about
Someone's
football.
phone's
So.
right there.
Look it up.
All right.
Oh, my phone's in my...
You guys talk while I search this up.
Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, everybody's looking up stuff on their
Is
phone.
Miles staying, right?
Miles, please don't go. Don't
Miles,
go.
we love you.
Don't go away.
I don't think he's gonna go.
No.
He's invested in the city.
Yeah.
He
loves
Number 2.
Cleveland.
We have number 2.
Cleveland feels exactly the
Who's
same way
3?
he does.
I will search it.
It's like, let's fucking go. I mean, look what we we still have some really good
Let's bring Kareem
pieces.
back.
Why was he gone in the first place?
Because Andrew Barry loves his draft picks. Which
Yeah,
is crazy.
well, we'll see this year. He hasn't had a
The New York
first
Giants hold the third pick in 2025.
and we hold the second.
Yep.
Yeah.
Second,
Let me make sure.
number 2, Kyrie.
So, what do you think about this? People, this is like
Yeah, it's a press.
Murray.
with Shador Sanders. If we like Sanders, Dion has said that he's gonna like make sure he goes to a team he likes. Do you think they would take us off the list because of what happens to young quarterbacks when they come here? I personally don't think so.
No,
But I wonder if Dion just.
I
there
think
are rumblings.
Dion's the kind of guy that you make your own way. It doesn't matter what's happening
I
in the
think
past.
there's a possibility he wouldn't want to go to Cleveland because of how we've been the last, like not like
Well, we've made it to the-
managerially is what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. How
why I
does
don't
this
think he'd wanna
team
come here.
go 3-14?
But also, look at Winston came here because of Kevin.
Yeah,
Joe Flacco like Kevin. Deshaun supposedly
true.
said it because of Kevin. And maybe it didn't work for Deshaun, but even his numbers, he had a good win-loss record.
Yeah.
But Kevin, 2-time Coach of the Year.
yeah.
I mean, maybe he. I know it's tough.
Yeah.
I don't know how Dion's thinking, but I like what you're saying about Dion is that guy that is very spiritual and like
Yeah.
whatever's in front of
You
me,
make,
I'm gonna
you
go.
make your way,
you know?
and
Yeah.
doesn't matter what's happened.
I think they don't
I'm
want to
here
go to
to-
New York.
I wouldn't want to go to New York.
So, like, I don't know. But that's.
I'd much rather go
I
to
think
Cleveland.
that's what he's saying is they don't because shit. But he was throwing passes with the guy from New York, Malik Neighbors. So I'm thinking, dude, they're gonna. I think Sanders.
Showtime.
He's gonna say something that they don't want to be here, but I also feel like that's all bullshit. And he ain't gonna say anything.
Yeah,
So
I hope not. It's his.
it's
kids.
making us talk about him though.
Yeah.
That is true.
And I like Sanders. I mean,
Yeah.
the times we've watched Colorado,
Yeah.
he makes throws. He gets the team pumped up. I think he has that confidence that he could bring to Cleveland, and we would need it. So like, it's not like I'm definitely for it. If Kevin
Yeah.
thinks I don't know. Do you trust Kevin? Who makes the decision on the quarterback? That's the
Yeah.
thing.
There's a
It
video
should
of
be.
him throwing like before a game or like warming up or
Yeah.
practicing or something like that. And Cam Newton walks out to talk to him, and I don't remember his name, but he starts smiling and he tells Cam, "Oh, you're on that weird shit." And Cam Newton goes like, "What?" And then he's like, "We'll talk later." And Cam Newton's like, "Oh, okay." And then he starts walking over to him. It's just really funny. He said it to right to Cam's face, like in front of the cameras and everything.
That's fucking awesome.
I know. I was
Yeah.
like, I was starting to die laughing.
That's what we need.
And then Cam Newton's like, "What do you mean?" Cam Newton walked up to him dressed like a fucking like
Cam
Arabian
Newton-
carpet or something like that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
you guys know how
I
Cam Newton.
know, I
yeah.
know how he
Yeah.
dresses. It's hysterical. He's
Yeah.
like thinks he's Prince out there. the 6'5" jacked Prince. That's Cam Newton.
He's got his own style.
Yeah, he does. Awesome, dude. He's awesome. Oh my God. Talk about confidence. He rocks that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I almost feel like you just got to, whoever's making the QB decision, if it's Kevin, man, you just got to go, okay, let's get Kevin's guy. Whether that's Kirk Cousins, whether that's Aaron Rodgers,
Yeah.
whether that's freaking Dan Jones, the old Giants quarterback, or it's one of these rookies. I
Daniel
think
Jones. I would not want Daniel
people are
Jones.
talking about that.
No.
I know. I don't want it.
No.
I'm
I
just-
don't even know football, and I don't want Daniel Jones.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want it either, but that's what people are,
Shout
you
out
know.
Daniel Jones.
They're like, well, because the money thing, we could get him cheap. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, well, he runs really well. And he throws the deep ball. I'm like, okay.
A quarterback should be able to throw it deep.
I agree with your concept
What
of
about Ward
give
from
me something
Miami?
fresh. Yeah, I like him.
I don't know who that is.
Cam Ward,
Yeah, he's a rookie.
Mm.
Miami University.
He does
Oh,
the
okay,
like
okay.
the celebration.
Okay. I
She
thought you were
knows
talking
how
about
it is.
Miami's quarterback. I was
Uh-huh.
like,
The-
isn't that Tua?
Bernie Kosar's
University.
records at
Oh,
Miami
yeah.
University.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have good connections with Miami QBs, Bernie.
Mhm.
And I like this guy's ability to go from all the different schools, and he has a crazy story. Like, no D1 wanted him,
Offers.
but, like, one.
Hmm.
Goes there, then he transferred to Washington State. Set a bunch of records, so we know he plays in the Coldwell. Then he goes down to Miami and set more records in Miami. So he can learn different offenses. He plays very well and played very well in both conferences he was in.
Yeah.
I don't see why you can't like him. And
Yeah.
he has very, like, he's funny, like, he just, like, stands still in the pocket. There's all this film of
He's
him.
not like jumping around like
No,
Tom
he's
Brady or
real,
something
like,
that.
real calm. And he'll, like, literally stop moving. And it's so funny. People are like, he's just too chill out there. But then he just whips the ball.
Yeah.
And he's got good size. And he's a little thicker guy, like Cam Newton. He's,
How tall?
like,
is
6'2", 6'3",
he?
I think.
Dang, all right.
But he's,
Yeah.
like, he's not a skinny guy.
Is he like a rah guy or like?
Seems to be more the quiet, confident, but he's got his celebrations he likes, and
Yeah.
he gets his guys behind him. I mean,
Yeah.
it
I was
seems
gonna
like
say
his teammates
Cleveland
like him.
loves a rah guy, so
Cleveland likes
yeah.
someone with an
we're
attitude.
gonna kick the fucking
That's
door
why
down.
everyone loved Baker so much. But then you heard in the stands, you know, Baker's a bomb and why isn't he doing this? And
That's just
Mhm.
every fan
Yeah.
base has those.
Yep. and I always have to sit by them for some reason,
At least you've been to a
especially
game.
in the Watson era.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Something tells me to get. I
We need to go to London and then go see our
That'd be
Premier
dope.
League
think
teams.
we need Cam Ward over Sanders. Just for the fact that, like, Cam Ward seems to make everyone around him good. He didn't have the best guys at Washington State. I don't even know his wideouts at Miami.
Yeah.
Where, like, I could name you the Colorado wideouts that Sanders is thrown to. And I don't know, man. I just think he's going to be good.
Mm.
And if that's the guy that Kevin wants, let's go for him. And hopefully we can get him. But he's just... Miami's defense was shit. And anytime they needed a touchdown, he just brought it. Like, he just brought it.
That's what we fucking need.
Yeah, I'm like...
Our poor defense
man,
brings it
yeah.
every week.
And I think that could fire up our locker room and get young guy. And we kind of need that for the contract stuff. We won't owe him a lot of money. Keep him on a rookie deal, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why I'm liking Cam Ward so much. But I have.
Well, we have
being
to
a
wait and
Browns fan.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you get excited about these quarterbacks?
yeah. Well, that's all
The
we.
next
How
guy,
many?
he's gonna take us all the way.
We went 40 this year. 40. We've had 40 since 1999, not since 1946.
We've had more quarterback. They're older than me, and I got them by 5 years. Oh my god.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Insane. Well, I remember in 95, when you were born, you were not even thought of yet.
No.
When all of a sudden it was like, bye, Browns are gone. It was like, what?
Yeah, I cannot believe
And then waiting
Imagine if that happened.
how many years?
today.
No.
Yeah, they're going to see or like fucking
Well, like when Seattle left.
Oklahoma or something. Like what?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It was like, that was a gut punch.
Mhm.
I mean,
That's
you think
rough.
a trade is a gut punch. It was like,
dude, yeah.
what? That's why
I'd have-
Modell could not come back to Cleveland, because it was like, are you kidding me?
Dude, that's so insane. I know when I
It
think
was
about
like
that,
the worst feeling.
yeah, rip your entire.
Yeah, I
I
think it
would
was
know what to do.
24.
I would not even. I would be like, I
Like-
wouldn't even watch football. I'd be so
didn't.
upset. I would watch college football.
And then
There's
we
no
were-
way I'd even watch NFL.
Living up here when we got the expansion team, and thank God kept the name,
Yes.
and was listening to the games in the morning up
Back
here.
on the radio.
Back when I
I
had
still listen to
headphones.
them on the radio.
Before they had the color on the TV.
We live in Alaska, okay? Back then, in 1999, there wasn't a lot.
Yeah, there was no when I was.
There's still not a lot.
Yeah.
We do have Starlink now. Woo woo.
Everything works pretty well.
Yeah.
We had the old meth streams.
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't have cell service between here and Fairbanks ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. Cleveland sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least we have the Cavs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Indians was
At
so
least-
much
at
fun to
least
watch
every
this year.
we at
I
least
was in
have one
Cleveland
team
when we were
can
in the
watch.
playoffs. Yeah. Well, in your lifetime.
That's true. Yeah.
There was some
28
well 95 though, the Indians, and 97 those were some
We-
fun years with Lofton and Albert Bell and Manny
Yeah, that'd have been a
Ramirez.
cool time.
Yeah.
that's-
Vizquel.
We kind of had a little of that from when LeBron came back,
Mm-hmm.
and the Indians were real good.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
The Browns were just shit in those years. But
Yeah.
we had really good Indians teams, and we had really good Cavs teams.
Yeah.
So those were really
Yeah.
so much
Yeah.
fun.
See, I remember going to the playoffs with Kozar and fucking Broncos every year. I've always hated the Broncos. And then we had friends that were Broncos fans.
I got to see the only playoff game I've been to for Cleveland was when Gilbert Arenas and the Wizards came into town. And I went with the
Agent Zero.
yeah, I love Agent Zero.
Yeah, dude.
And they had like Antoine Jameson, Caron Butler. Those Wizards teams were like our rivals. We played them like 4 straight years in the playoffs, and it was just really fun.
Yeah.
Just the energy in the arena and like
Yeah.
people going nuts, and LeBron just dominating, of course.
Yeah.
Like, it was such a good game. Like they had the stronger team, but we have fucking LeBron.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it's like.
Yeah.
It was just like so unfair.
We would hear, I think it was Tim Duncan talk. It was like after a game in the playoffs, he got interviewed and he's like, what are you guys doing to like shut down LeBron? And literally all Tim Duncan says is, we're guarding him with 4 guys. Literally every time he touches the ball, we're guarding him with 4 guys. And then he looks at the reporter, and the reporter like he goes like, and he's like, we're guarding with 4 guys. Like, what do you want me to say?
Yeah.
I remember that shirt you had from that 2007 finals.
Oh yeah. I walked
I
in
remember
and
you
it
guys being
was
so angry.
oh my god,
yeah.
everyone
Oh my
thought
God.
it said
so pissed.
San Antonio, or like it said San Antonio sucks, but it was their logo and everything that I wore into the playoffs, and everyone was like, "What?" I was like,
shit
"Read
off."
the shirt," and they were like, "Oh, okay."
I remember that. I remember that shirt and like laughing, thinking that was so awesome. I was like, "This shirt's good."
I remember the whole family.
Yeah.
Like,
What are you doing? You idiot! I was like, "Read the fucking shirt, people."
Dude, we couldn't hit anything. I
I
remember
know.
like
Oh my god.
Mo Williams and like.
And then we had
Sasha
2 separate
Pavlovic
TVs, and one was going
fast
before the
behind
other.
Oh, yeah, that's.
That was terrible.
Yeah, that was terrible. Did we
Or
got
down with
swept?
the Morris
Did we get
family,
Oh yeah,
down in when we were all at the beach.
That was the
Ah.
Kyrie broken knee.
We had
year,
like, what do
we
we
would have
have?
won that year too.
and the Kevin
we
Love
had
shoulder
almost-
year.
yeah, if
40
Kelly
people
Olynyk
in the
didn't
room.
pull
All cousins.
his shoulder out.
Yeah.
He plays for Toronto now, and of course the
Every
Cavs.
time I see him, I'm like,
Uh-huh.
"Fuck you, Kelly Olynyk."
they bring
Mhm.
up the story. You have to.
Yeah.
He's such a dickhead. He did
That
it on
was
purpose,
fun
dude.
watching. Oh,
Yeah.
That's literally not even a fucking basketball play.
You should have seen
did the same
them
thing
in
last
their
night.
calves
They were like, oh,
going
of
through-
course. They literally.
Dude, they should let
He
it should
did
be
the
like
same thing.
hockey. If 2 players want to fight, let them square up until someone goes
I
down.
think it was Perkins or someone was saying that about the NBA.
It would
Swear.
fix so many of the problems.
I
like,
think it was Perkins. Someone was just talking about that. They were like, we should let him fight for like the NHL does, and
it
I
would
was
be
like,
like the NHL. Like you'd be like, you don't fuck with that guy because you know he's gonna like he's gonna fuck you
gonna
up,
call
dude.
you out.
Yeah. and then you're gonna have to fight this guy.
Yeah. It would,
If you
dude,
back down, you
you'd
look
bring
like a bitch.
people would watch. You'd bring
People would
way
watch.
more people back to basketball
Dude.
because the numbers are down.
Yeah.
NBA
Well, yeah.
numbers are down. Way
Well, they get away with. I think it should be harder, the calls on them, than
Oh,
it is
yeah.
on elementary school kids.
Well, it's
If
the way
you
they-
travel,
yeah,
the traveling's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then some of
Yeah.
like if you're going to call a foul, call it the whole game instead of picking and choosing what you call as a foul,
Well,
because either you're going to let them
Mm-hmm.
take it to a point or you're not.
yeah. Well, back in the day too, teams used to have like their own unique style.
Yeah.
Now every team
Yeah.
just shoots a bunch of fucking threes.
Yeah.
Like
I think our team this year, the
Denver's
Cavs,
like the only
definitely has a
team that
style.
has like. I mean, we have our own little offense, but we still shoot a
Yeah.
lot of threes. But
Yeah.
Denver, they don't shoot. They're like what, last in 3-point attempts or something
I
like that.
don't know.
I don't know, but yeah, they also have Jokic, so it's
That's
they
true,
just
too.
run out of him,
Yeah,
but
the whole game.
and he's so good. So
Yeah, he just bumbles down the court and gets like a fucking and
But
one three.
it's very true. That's exactly what people are talking about. It's chucking the ball up. It's no defense.
Dude,
It's yeah. It's not a lot of plays, and like you can see it. We do run some sets,
Mhm.
but there are some teams that just kind of do the old let's fast break it and shots. You know,
Yeah.
they're like, okay, well, if we get up 53s, well, you know,
Dude.
we'll hit 24 of them,
Exactly.
and you know that'll be 67, and then if you know they're just doing the weird math.
Yeah.
it was the Celtics and I think
Yeah.
the Timberwolves.
Yeah, the
they
Celtics.
shot 101 threes combined. 101 or something like that.
Well,
I
I've
was
heard the number. The people are saying get into the 50s because you know if you're a
Holy
decent shooting
shit.
team, you're going to shoot 40 plus percentage. So yeah, that's going to put you around 65, 67 points just off threes because you're 24 times. Yeah, whatever. that
There's
is.
so many plays too. Like it'll be a 2-on-1 and
71.
the
even.
second guy that doesn't have the ball will flare out to the fucking 3-point
Uh-huh.
line instead of going in for the layup. It's
yeah,
like,
instead
what,
of cut.
what are you doing? What is the NBA?
Yeah.
Oh.
The
Yeah, like you were saying, and make it harder. And those calls, I mean, I love the Cavs, but there are times I watch Garland or someone that I'm like, you're getting real lenient there with that
Mhm.
Yeah.
gather step or just
Drag
picking
or
up.
like-
Yeah, pick your pivot foot or whatever.
Or like an extra step on a step back.
Mm-hmm.
They never call that. But it's a new gather step, and I think that's stupid.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Where's the All-Star game this year?
I don't know.
I'll search it up. For what? NBA or?
Yeah, I think it's. Is it Golden State?
Let's go.
Oh, that'd be so cool. It's probably $100,000.
Yeah.
Oh,
As
we
it's
should.
on fire, dude.
We need
Just
to
like
vote.
we need to go to London.
We need to vote right now for the Cavs vote.
Oh, yes.
Today is vote 3 day. There's
Ooh.
like multiple vote 3 days,
Oh,
and
it's still.
one of them is today the
my
10th.
phone is recording
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's in San Francisco this year.
Ah, that was right.
Nice.
That was like a total guess. I thought I heard that earlier this year, but it was really like
Alex,
didn't know.
Lala, JJ.
Oh,
Yeah.
Have you guys, everything going on, like the fires in California? There's this anime called Jujutsu Kaisen, and there's like this huge fight that goes down in Shibuya, and it's like a really populated area.
Mhm.
And there's this person flying out of California. It literally looks like what happens in the show.
I
It's
know.
like insane.
It's so. I pray for everybody and their animals
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Be
terrible.
safe. The
gotta be
firefighters, the rescue
Showing-
It looks like a
responders.
post-apocalyptic like
It does.
wasteland there.
Yeah,
It's
some of those
terrible.
videos coming out of there is
Yeah.
just incredible. What is it? JJ Redick, his house was burned down. The
Mhm.
Lakers coach, so like that was really sad.
There's so many famous people, but think of, I mean,
Like, it sucks for the famous people. but they
entire
have a bunch of money, you know
neighborhoods,
what I mean?
people that own
Mhm.
businesses, their
Yeah.
businesses.
That's what I'm like. People that rely on
Archon.
businesses.
Yeah. And what if they didn't know they didn't have the right insurance?
I heard about this story. This guy said he was used to going through tragedy while he's in California, like the past 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't grab anything when his wife told him we had to leave because he's like, "Oh, it'll be fine. This
Yeah.
happens like once every
Yeah.
year or something like that."
Yeah.
And then they went back and everything burned down. He was like, "We literally have nothing left
Yeah.
but our car."
Yeah. That's why all of our pictures are in a toolbox.
Yeah.
Because we had a fire here before you were born, and it came within 4 miles of our house, and I took every picture that I could find and put them in bags, and but I couldn't imagine losing everything.
Yeah.
But hopefully not.
Wasn't
Family
isn't it,
members and
like freezing
stuff
over
like
in
that.
New York too. Is
Well,
everything,
down
like,
south
freezing in
is
New York?
freezing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that weird stuff. Sorry.
Oh yeah, so
Voting.
talking about, I like the open stadium, but what do you guys think about the new Browns facility and moving to Brook Park?
I don't know football, so I mean I've never been there, so
Yeah.
it's kind
Sorry,
of like
you were at the stadium to watch soccer,
yeah. Well, if it means a lot to people, like
football.
if they change something that's I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
What do you think?
I
You've been there in the Snow Bowl.
have. I got to.
With
I
Joe
was at the
Thomas?
game. Yes, I was at Joe Thomas's favorite Browns memory, which is
Mhm.
pretty freaking sweet. But all I could see was half the field and Phil Dawson warm up the whole time, which I was cool with. So that was freaking awesome. But I am honestly all for the retractable dome would be the best.
Yeah.
Now, did you see Buffalo Stadium that's coming out?
No.
They're doing natural grass, heated field. They're doing like heat tubes under the field. They're doing their stadium.
Mm-hmm.
It's open, but they're covering like 65 or 70% of the stands.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be like kind of covered from rain and water. And they designed it where like the audio stuff from the fans there's like these giant steel awnings.
Oh,
So
that's
it'll
cool.
hit the metal and come right back on the stadium.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
That's what they
I
were
mean-
talking about with the project that they
okay.
put out about how
They
the
definitely should do some cool
sounds
engineering stuff like that.
from the fans will make a
Cool.
difference.
I-
So
If they can do a retractable one, but I mean, look at Detroit. I'm just for the dome.
yeah,
And the city can use it more.
yeah,
We can't, if we want to have a Super Bowl, we want to have a Final Four, we want to do these bigger things,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could do like concerts and shit in there.
yeah.
way more.
Well, in the whole area, And people are worried about the tailgating and stuff like that costing so much money.
It'd be weird because I love.
I mean, Munilot
And
being
Munilot.
not part of the project is tough, but why not build a facility that creates its own Munilot and keep it
Mm-hmm.
the same price if you were gonna? I mean, if you walk in, it's free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're parking there, it's a certain amount of money.
I agree. Find some way.
Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna
To
have other
still make
businesses
the-
in all of this, you know,
Yeah.
all around the facility, so why not have them contribute to keep
Make
that
area
fan
for tailgating.
experience the same?
Agree.
I don't know.
No, for
And
sure.
the Rapid will go there, so you know
And that's
the
something
airport's
I've heard
right there. There's going to be hotels
those
right there.
Browns people say is exactly your
Yeah.
verbiage. There was the fan experience. It's a great call
Yeah,
because people love that point of view.
Yeah.
Or that experience. The tailgating's fun.
yeah.
I have memories tailgating.
Well, the stuff they were doing outside the stadium too, especially when we were there, the Rock Hall was having their inductee ceremony the night
Oh,
before.
cool. Yeah.
So they had a lot of different
Stuff
things
down there.
all around the side of the stadium, the front there, which was cool. But I'd
Yeah.
like to see more of that for the fans. You know, especially like
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of fans that take their kids that don't even get to go in the game. They
Yeah.
just hang out around the stadium and do all the fun things all day.
Yeah.
So
That's a great call too because of how expensive tickets are.
yeah.
You can't get
And
try
you know
to
a
take
new
your entire
stadium's
family
going to
in.
be even more expensive.
Yeah.
So, or try to keep those costs down. There have been new stadiums built where they kept the cost of the food down, and they
So and the city's fighting to keep the Browns, and if the city and the Haslam's can come to some sort of agreement, keeping it in Cleveland would be great. But I don't mind moving out of Brook Park. Cleveland's already had stadiums outside the city before, so like
Richfield Coliseum.
people are gonna be. I mean, you're just gonna be fine with it, and
Yeah.
it's just like a whole tax thing, and just the city limits and money, and
Yeah.
maybe we need a fresh start. Maybe we need to get off.
do.
Get off the
We do.
lake. You know.
Are we like playing on a fucking Native American burial ground or something, dude?
Maybe. Yeah.
I know.
seriously.
Well, the old Muni lot was, or not Muni lot, but the old stadium back when I was a kid was both Indians and the Browns. Saw lots of concerts there.
It's cool.
Yeah. I hadn't been to the new stadium till just recently.
To the Arizona game.
Yeah.
2023.
2023. That was a fun game.
One of Deshaun's.
That was a nice dub.
One of Deshaun's best games.
Dub. We had, what was his name? Hunt? Yep. He was celebrating him and Njoku on the
Oh yeah,
sideline.
Njoku scored.
Great locker room together. Why not keep that shit together?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stop.
Because
I'll
Andrew
stop.
Barry doesn't like
Barry,
guys that aren't his draft picks.
obviously. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Well, he's gonna get to show us his this year.
Silver lining, and hopefully he's all right. Was Hall. That seemed to be a good pick,
Yeah.
and of course he had to get injured on the last.
Yeah.
fucking
But at least
game.
it's off season.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be something he can come back to at least week 6, maybe even.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what the injury is.
Me neither. Yeah, maybe he'll be back. But like you said, maybe like a Chubb thing. If worst case,
Yeah.
best case, he's back early and he heals up.
Yeah. So, we got the Cavs. And then we have speculation season for the Browns.
That'll be for another episode.
Yeah, the draft is in Green Bay.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus.
And then don't forget to vote. Vote
Yeah.
for the Cavaliers.
I voted. You could vote for 5 guys. I voted George Niang.
Nice, dude.
George.
You were just on a podcast with this one, like, Instagram comedian. He's actually pretty funny though. So I don't know if he's actually a comedian. So
Dude, that's awesome.
have you heard Niang talk about Ben Simmons?
No.
So Niang he was on Philly for a little bit, and he was like so excited when he got to Philly because he's like, this is gonna be awesome. They were trying to, because Ben Simmons can't fucking shoot, but he's really good at passing. So he was like, and Niang's a spot up shooter, so he's like, oh, this will be great. He'll drive in, kick out, and I'll get a bunch of threes. And then he walked up to Ben Simmons, and Ben Simmons was like, I'm not playing. And Niang's like, what the fuck? So then he just goes on about how like the whole thing in Philly's fucked up. Like they won't let Joel Embiid plays some games because they think he doesn't feel good, but like he'll feel fine and that'll make him angry. And then Ben Simmons wasn't playing that year, and
Dude, that must have been so insane. George is awesome. He talks so much shit.
that's why I love him, dude.
He's so funny. Every time he's in, he is yelling.
That was part of the story. He's like, I think it was when Ben Simmons got traded to Brooklyn, Niang was still on Philly, and he's like, so when we played Brooklyn, I was like, oh, let's go. And then it like splices in them like talking shit, like Niang talking shit to Ben Simmons. It was really funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
He got in with Bobby Boucher's cousin last night against Toronto.
Bobby Boucher.
Oh yeah, Chris
Boucher.
Boucher. Yeah.
Dude, he had 5 threes in like the first half.
Boucher?
Luke, he was going out of his mind.
Dude,
Out of his mind.
he could be really good. He's lanky as fuck.
Dude, he airballed a 3 in a big moment, though. He missed a good 3.
But so him and George were chirping.
Nice, dude.
And after he airballed that 3, George is on the bench. And they foul Garland or something. And Garland is going to shoot his free throw. And you can just see Boucher, like, yelling at the bench, and you can't hear what they're saying, but you hear George's voice, like, yeah, like, you can hear him, like, he's standing on the bench, and Boucher's standing, like, in the paint for the free throw, you know? Just
Nice,
yelling back and
dude.
forth. I was laughing so, yeah.
Dude, my favorite thing about Niang is
He was going
he
at
just
it.
looked like he got off a 20-hour shift at the factory, and he came in to play some NBA basketball, dude.
I completely agree.
He just gave this guy a jersey.
He's been in the bar for like 5 hours eating chicken wings,
Men's
French
league.
fries, and like
Men's league.
beer league.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like has like 6 beers, 7 beers. Like, all right,
He
I'm
walks in the gym, he's like, ball me. And they're just like, all right.
gonna hit as many threes as I did drink beer tonight,
He's like,
boys.
I'm gonna shoot 3 set screens
Yeah,
and rebound.
he is a sneakier defender. Like, guys are like, I'm about to blow by this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And
He's got
the-
good footwork.
The refs,
He's pretty slow, though, dude.
the refs have to be like,
Who?
he grabs guys,
Yeah, yeah.
and like he
Gets
does
away
little
with it?
bumps. Yeah, and
It's
they're
like
like,
the Draymond
they're
shit.
like,
He gets
this
like that
motherfucker.
Draymond.
They're like, he's out here hustling, man. We gotta give it to this big boy.
Yeah,
like
dude, that's so true.
These refs are
Dude, they're
giving
gonna
him
be like, respect, dude, respect.
yes,
You're
I
out
feel
here.
that. The guys will look at the ref after George does something, and they won't call him and be like, hey, fuck. And George like, and does his little trot down. I'm like, yeah, I got that.
Truffle shuffle all the way down the field
Uh-huh.
or the court.
He's,
I love George, dude. At first, I didn't
Yeah.
like him. This year, he's playing a way better than he did
Now
last
that-
year.
He's
Yeah.
one of those guys.
The whole
when he's-
team is.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
the way that they're playing, their whole physical and athletic ability has gone up. I think
Yeah.
it's definitely
Yeah.
the way that Ken is
Well, I think they
Yeah.
know how to play with each other
Kenny's
now.
great.
running the team.
Yeah.
Like, they know each other's strengths. So they
Yeah.
can put the ball in positions where they don't have to, like, slow down to catch the ball. Or,
Yeah.
like, fucking,
Yeah, they're learning that.
yeah. Like, they know how a guy likes to catch it or something. Sorry, you were saying something?
No, it made me think of, watch this little clip of Kenny talking to, it was one of the Van Gundys about just offense and fast break offensive, and this is where Kenny's mind is so like, you think of fast break off misses or like a turnover, or something like that, we should get a steal or whatever. Now Kenny's like, yeah, those are easy ones, but what we're more about, we can get in a fast break on a make.
Yeah.
We can even do that, and they were showing a bunch of stuff, and he's like, that's something I push with the team a lot is,
I love that.
and
Teams usually
and I
don't
don't
like that.
think of that a lot,
Yeah.
and that was just heads up,
Ooh.
and I'm like, Kenny's thinking about how to get these extra 6 or 8 points
Yeah.
a game, and that's the difference sometimes.
Yeah.
You win by 5, you win by 8. I mean, whatever. So, and there's a stat like we have every game this year. I think we've made a 3-pointer coming out of a timeout. But yeah, I hope George heard everything. We'll have to clip that part and
Dude,
send
he
it
might
on to
even.
him.
Dude, George, if you're hearing this, come on the podcast. We love you.
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, he would.
We're up in
absolutely.
Alaska.
Yep.
You can come stay
George,
with us.
anytime you come to Alaska, dude, we will show you out, man. Come play some ball. Be awesome, George.
There ain't shit to do here though, so
Dude, how awesome was that
G-Wagon.
to bring
G-Wagon.
him to
We'll call him G-Wagon.
open gym
Yeah.
dude, that'd be sick.
Sundays,
Sundays,
6 to 8.
Delta Junction, Alaska, end of the Alaska Highway,
He's gonna search that place up and be like, "Where the fuck?"
Yeah, I hope he does.
middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
200 miles from Canada.
I mean, if Canada's 51st state,
Why is that funny?
because we're all really.
Because I'm ripped right now. Don't leave, Miles.
All right. Do you guys?
Please don't
you guys
go.
want to call it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrap
So-
it up?
Bye from Alaska. Go Cavs.
Thank you for listening, and hopefully you'll be back.
Please like and subscribe. Do all the notification thingies. Comment on the video. What are your guys' thoughts on all of the shit we talked about?
All of the above.
If you disliked it, dislike it. It's engagement. So
yes.
please and thank you. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And goodbye.